You open your eyes, the alarm rings, and within seconds you already feel it. The heaviness in your head, the tightness in your chest, the familiar drag of a body that just doesn't want to move. You got the hours, maybe even skipped the snooze button, but somehow you're still waking up like a zombie, drained before the day even begins. It's not laziness, and it's not lack of sleep. It's a broken morning cycle nobody taught you how to fix. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn a simple but powerful shift that can flip your mornings from foggy and fatigued to clear and energized, without needing more time or more willpower. Waking up tired, even after a full night's sleep, isn't a failure of effort. It's a sign that something deeper is off. We were never taught how to complete the rest cycle, only how to fall asleep and wake up. But without a true transition, your body stays stuck between states, and your energy never fully resets. You are physically upright, but energetically still in limbo. The truth is, sleep alone doesn't restore you if your nervous system never shuts off. Most people go to bed overstimulated and wake up overstimulated. Your body might sleep, but your mind keeps chewing on worries, to-do lists, and digital noise. When morning comes, your system is still cluttered, and that clutter becomes your emotional baseline before your feet even hit the floor. And then the cycle continues. We rush straight into the day without checking in, without pausing, without grounding. From bed to phone to caffeine to pressure, no wonder your energy feels hijacked. Your brain wakes up reacting, not reconnecting. And once you lose that first 5 minutes of clarity, you often spend the rest of the day trying to chase it back. This is the part nobody talks about. Mornings aren't just a time of day. They are an energetic doorway. And if you do not walk through that doorway consciously, you carry yesterday's noise into today's potential. But here's the good news. If you learn how to protect that transition, even just for a few quiet minutes, your mornings will stop draining you and start rebuilding you. Most people think fatigue is just physical, but some of the heaviest mornings come from emotional weight that never got processed. You may have slept, but if your mind went to bed carrying stress, regret, or anxiety, that emotional residue stays with you. It does not vanish with sleep. It simply waits for you in the silence between alarm and action. Your subconscious works overtime while you rest, sifting through conversations, fears, and mental clutter. And when that emotional load is too much, your body responds with tension and heaviness the moment you open your eyes. This is not laziness. It is a signal that your emotional system is still full, like a cup that never got emptied. The problem is, we rarely give ourselves space in the morning to feel that weight, let alone clear it. Instead, we shove it aside, pour coffee over it, and push into the day like nothing's wrong. But deep down, that weight lingers. It shows up in how we speak, how we think, and how we move. You are not just tired. You are carrying emotions that never got released. This is why morning rituals are more than just productivity hacks. They are emotional resets. A few minutes of stillness, breath, or reflection allows you to catch up with yourself. It gives your system the permission to let go of what it is holding. And when you do that first thing in the morning, your energy doesn't just return. It rises. The first few minutes after waking are the most fragile part of your day, yet most people give them away without a second thought. The moment you reach for your phone, you invite the world in before you have even reconnected with yourself. News, notifications, messages, all of it floods your system before your own energy has a chance to settle. This instant stimulation triggers a stress response in your nervous system. Your brain shifts into reactive mode, scanning for problems and processing external demands. You have not even left your bed, and your focus is already scattered. That first scroll might feel harmless, but it sets a tone of distraction, pressure, and mental fragmentation that echoes through your entire day. The truth is, your body is still waking up. Your energy is still aligning, But when you rush past that quiet window and fill it with noise, you break your internal rhythm. You skip the most important part of the morning, the return to self. And without that reconnection, everything you do next is built on shaky ground. Protecting those first 5 minutes is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is the moment where you choose who sets the tone for your day, your inner voice or the outside world. When you reclaim that space, even in silence, you begin your day from a place of strength, not from stress. We are constantly told that success begins with a perfect morning. Wake up at 5, drink lemon water, journal, stretch, read 10 pages, meditate, and conquer the world before sunrise. But the truth is, most people cannot keep up with these routines, and worse, they feel like failures when they can't. The pressure to perform in the morning has replaced the original goal, which was to feel grounded and clear. A morning routine should not be a checklist of tasks that adds more stress to your day. It should be a gentle space to reconnect with yourself before the world demands anything from you. For many, the most powerful shift is not doing more, but doing less. Just 1 or 2 intentional practices done consistently can change your entire state. This is where most routines go wrong. They focus on discipline instead of energy, productivity instead of presence. You do not need a strict formula. You need a space that allows your nervous system to settle, your emotions to clear, and your energy to return inward. That kind of morning does not require perfection, just honesty and presence. The real magic happens when your morning becomes a transition, not a performance. A moment where you say to yourself, I am here. I am awake. I am starting fresh. And that does not come from doing more. It comes from doing what actually nourishes your energy. When you stop chasing the ideal routine and start honoring what your body and mind truly need, your mornings stop being battles and start becoming alignments. Most people think their day starts when they wake up, but energetically, your day starts the night before. The quality of your morning is not just shaped by how you rise, but by how you close the previous day. If you fell asleep in a state of stress, overstimulation, or emotional buildup, that energy does not reset with sleep. It carries over, and the loop remains open. Think of your sleep as part of a 24-hour energy circuit. If that circuit is left incomplete, if the mind stays active, the body stays tense, or the emotions stay stirred, you wake up in the middle of the loop instead of at the beginning. That is why you can sleep for 8 hours and still feel unfinished. The loop never closed. Your system never truly rebooted. Most people go to bed with their energy scattered. Screens, stimulation, unresolved thoughts, and no clear emotional release. Then they expect to wake up feeling light and energized. But the mind remembers. The body remembers. And unless you intentionally close that loop with breath, reflection, silence, or release, it stays running in the background, draining you from the inside out. When you understand the energy loop, you stop seeing morning fatigue as a mystery. You start seeing it as a message. It is not telling you to sleep longer. It is telling you to close the day with care. Because the way you exit your day is the way you enter your next one. And if you want to rise clear and strong, you need to learn how to complete that loop with intention. You do not need an hour-long morning routine to feel better. What you need is a short, powerful moment of transition, a space where your energy can catch up with your body. The first 10 minutes after waking are the most energetically sensitive part of your day. If you use them with care, they can reset your entire system, even if the night before was chaotic. Start by not reaching for your phone. Let your mind stay quiet for just a little longer. Sit up slowly. Place your feet on the floor and take 3 deep breaths. Feel your body. Check in with your emotions. These small acts reconnect you with your inner state before the world asks you to be anywhere else. You are reminding yourself, I am here. I am alive. I am choosing how to begin. Next, drink something warm. Not to rush your digestion, but to gently signal safety to your nervous system. Then, if you can, expose your eyes and skin to natural light. This tells your body that it is time to rise without shocking your system. And finally, speak one clear intention. It does not have to be poetic, just real. Today I move with ease. I start light. My energy is my own. This simple 10-minute ritual is not about productivity. It is about protection. It shields your energy from being pulled in 100 directions before you are even ready. And over time, this space becomes sacred. A reset button for your nervous system. A pause that creates momentum. A small commitment that leads to deep clarity, strength, and peace before the noise of the day begins. The world does not wait for you to feel ready. It pulls at you from the moment you wake up, messages, alerts, responsibilities, headlines. If you are not anchored, your energy is gone before you even leave your bedroom. Most people give away their focus before they have even spoken a word out loud. And that quiet theft adds up every single day. Anchoring your energy means choosing presence before pressure. It means giving yourself permission to exist before performing. You are not just a brain that needs to start working. You are a whole human being who needs a moment to feel grounded. That feeling does not arrive on its own. It has to be created, even if only for 2 or 3 minutes. This could be as simple as placing your hand on your chest and breathing into your heart, or sitting silently at the edge of your bed with your eyes closed, listening to your own breath. These moments are not indulgent. They are essential. They create a pause between your inner world and the outside world, and in that pause, you regain control. When you anchor yourself, your energy becomes rooted instead of scattered. You are no longer reacting to life. You are responding with clarity, and this changes everything. Not because the day gets easier, but because you are now aligned. And when you are aligned, even the hard things feel lighter. Many people have unknowingly accepted the identity of someone who is just not a morning person. But that is not who you are. It is who you have become through repetition, waking up rushed, overstimulated, and disconnected. When your mornings are always chaotic or heavy, your mind begins to believe that struggle is normal. But it is not. It is just unhealed rhythm. Your identity is shaped by patterns, and mornings are one of the most powerful patterns you have. The way you wake up tells your brain what kind of day to expect and what kind of person you are becoming. If you wake up every day in survival mode, that is the identity you carry with you, not because it is true, but because it has been practiced. But the beautiful truth is that identity can be rewritten. Every quiet, intentional morning becomes a vote for a different version of yourself. When you pause to breathe, to feel, to set a simple intention, you are not just changing your mood. You are changing your baseline. You are reminding your nervous system that peace is available. That clarity is possible. You do not need to become perfect. You only need to become present. A few calm minutes in the morning are enough to start shifting your self-perception. And as your mornings soften, your identity becomes lighter. You stop seeing yourself as someone who barely gets by and start seeing yourself as someone who leads from clarity, stillness, and inner strength. You were never meant to wake up tired, disconnected, or overwhelmed. Morning is not supposed to be a battle. It is meant to be a return to yourself, to your breath, to your clarity. But modern life has taught you to start the day running, reacting, and reaching for things before you have even remembered who you are. That is not your fault, but it is now your choice. The power to shift your morning does not lie in more effort. It lies in creating space. Just 10 minutes of presence can recalibrate your entire system. You do not need silence or perfection. You need a moment that belongs only to you. A breath before the world begins. A pause that gives your energy a chance to rise with you, not against you. When you start your day anchored and aware, everything changes. You make decisions from clarity, not chaos. You speak with intention, not urgency. You move through the day connected instead of drained. This is not about fixing your whole life in one morning. It is about giving yourself the smallest sacred window where you remember that your energy is yours. So tomorrow when you wake up, do not just reach for your phone. Reach for yourself. Sit up, breathe, feel. Remember, you are not here to survive your mornings. You are here to rise through them. And the moment you choose presence over pressure, the fatigue begins to fade, and your real energy begins to return.